We're going on live.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Lowe. Mhm. I'm gonna have to adjust the camera so I'll see where you're at. Y'all come stand here and let me see.
I'm too tall. I can stay handsome.
Perfect, thank you. All right, this is cause number CR 22.
Wait, we don't hear you.
You don't see me? You don't see and hear me?
We don't hear you.
Your speaker's not turned on.
Yes.
That's why you can't hear me.
Well, it showed it was on. Because Zoom is using your microphone. Okay, what was I supposed to do? Click on. It says Yeti Nano.
Yeah. Make sure that the volume on that speaker.
Yes.
Yeah, it's on your side down there. You can see next speaker.
Because it says okay.
I had you trained up on this.
Okay, so we're supposed to be. It's not yet a nano, is it?
What it says?
You hear a ringtone. Take the pause. Can you hear a replay? Yes. Okay, so do you hear us now?
Yeah, I've heard you all along. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
I need to turn up the volume. Try this again.
Mr. Lowe, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Excellent. All right, this is cause number CR 22-67, State versus Robert Gerard. And I think we're just on status today, waiting for competency restoration. Mr. Lowe, any updates from court, any concerns for Mr. Gerard's sake?
Your Honor, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir, I can hear you fine.
Okay. Mr. Gerard is currently doing his medication as required. I don't think he's caused any issues here in the jail. So he's, in that regard, he's doing okay. But I'm not prepared to represent to the court that I think that he's fully competent in according to the law. However, the district attorney and I are both mindful about what the impact of him staying in the jail forever is going on. So I have filed a notice of insanity defense, and I've talked to Tonda about that, so she's aware of it. I think when if you'll give us some time to find an expert, make it resolve it, and that if the report came back as I assume it would, then I think we could resolve the case with an NGRI plea. And I think he understands that as best he can, but in my opinion, that would probably be the best resolution in this case if that were to happen. So I have filed the motion, and if you would give us some time to locate some experts to present to the court, that would be a request today, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, the court will reset Mr. Gerard. Let's look into March. What about March 26th or 28th, Mr. Lowe?
That'd be fine. If we have something before that, we present to the court, Your Honor.
Yes, let's set it on March 26th or 28th, and then if there's a need for a hearing before that, then just contact Ms. Taberham. We can get it scheduled beforehand.
Okay. What day?
Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday.
He wants Tuesday.
Tuesday, that'd be March 26th. And so I'm just gonna write down status of competency restoration. And then file your motions, and I can review those without a hearing. May be able to, if you're asking for an ex parte for funds, things of that nature, then just follow those. I can do that, review those. Any questions I have, I'll just contact you directly.
Yes, sir.
Have a hearing. Should I need a hearing or you need a hearing, then we'll just communicate with one another and get it set.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have yet.
Thank you, Mr. Lowe.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Schmidt, who are you ready under?
Jennifer Culpepper.
Ms. Culpepper? This is cause number CR 21-352, State versus Jennifer Jerry Culpepper. Is today a plea, Mr. Schmidt?
It is, Judge.
Right, I don't think I have any of the plea papers. Can you give me a rundown of the terms of the agreement?
Yes, sir. Upon approval, the state's recommending that punishment be assessed at 4 years TDC, a 0 fine, 180 restitution DPS laboratory, 290 in court costs, $155 reimbursement fees. She has 368 days credit towards that sentence. And we'll be pleading to a 3rd-degree possession 1 to 4.
All right, thank you, Mr. Schmidt.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Culpepper, if you'll raise your right hand, I'm gonna place you on oath. Ma'am, do you swear that the testimony you give to the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Can lower your hand. Your name is Jennifer Jerry Culpepper, is that correct?
Correct.
Ms. Culpepper, are you a United States citizen who reads, writes, and speaks English?
Yes.
Have you ever been diagnosed with any type of mental condition?
Yes.
Can you tell me about that?
I'm bipolar and I have general anxiety disorder.
Okay. Are you on medication or undergoing treatment for that at this time?
Yes.
Okay. Do you feel like you have a rational understanding of what's going on in this case against you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you also pleased with Mr. Schmidt, who is your attorney, with the work that he's done?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about any of the paperwork that you've read over and signed today that's part of your plea agreement?
No, sir.
Mr. Schmidt, do you believe Ms. Culpepper to be competent? Do you have any concerns with her mental health issues?
No, sir.
Okay, you believe she's competent?
Yes, sir.
You've explained to her her rights they pertain to this plea agreement, and you believe that she understands those, and that she's waiving important rights today and entering into this agreement intentionally, knowingly, and voluntarily.
That's correct.
All right, Ms. Culpepper, the charge that you've been indicted with is possession of a controlled substance felony group 1, greater than 1 gram, less than or equal to 4 grams, a 3rd-degree felony, which does carry a range of punishment of not less than 2 years in prison or more than 10 years in prison, and a fine not to exceed $10,000. The plea agreement, as you heard Mr. Schmidt read to the court, is that the state, upon your plea of guilt, recommending to the court that your sentence be assessed at 4 years confinement in prison, no fine, restitution of $180 plus court costs, reimbursement fees, and you would receive 368 days credit towards that sentence for the time that you've already spent in jail on this cause. Is that your understanding of the plea agreement and what you want the court to approve?
Yes, sir.
All right, understanding that, Ms. Culpepper, I would ask you, how do you plead to possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, between 1 gram and 4 grams.
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty to that crime because you are guilty of committing that crime?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone threatened, forced, or pressured you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
All right, the court accepts the defendant's plea of guilt. Mr. Schmidt, any objection to the stipulation of evidence?
No objection.
That is admitted, and the court takes judicial notice of the defendant's judicial confession. Anything further from the state?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Anything further from the defense?
No, sir.
Mr. Schmidt, can you help the court by reading the stipulation into the record?
Yes, sir. On or about December 23rd, 2020, Van Zandt County, Jennifer Culpepper was detained by Maybank Police Department. After a call about some trespassing, the deputies with Van Zandt County Sheriff's Department showed up to take over the investigation. Ms. Culpepper informed the deputies that she had methamphetamine on her person, which she voluntarily gave to the deputies. The lab, DPS lab, confirmed it at 1.37 grams of methamphetamine.
Thank you, Mr. Schmidt. All right, based on the evidence presented, the court finds that there is sufficient evidence to convict the defendant of this offense. The court does follow the plea agreement today. The court convicts Jennifer Jerry Culpepper of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 1 gram to 4 grams, a 3rd-degree felony. Assesses her punishment at 4 years confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Does not assess a fine. Orders restitution in the amount of $180, court cost in the amount of $290, and reimbursement fees in the amount of $155. Court awards Ms. Culpepper 368 days credit towards her sentence for the time that she's already spent in jail on this cause. Ms. Culpepper, you're hereby remanded to the custody of the sheriff so we can carry out the terms and conditions of the sentence. Please step over with the deputy to be fingerprinted. Once you are released from TDC, Ms. Culpepper, you'll need to report to the courthouse and make arrangements to pay off your court costs, reimbursement, and restitution. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Be ready now, Mr. Schmidt.
Tony Arnold.
This is cause number CR 23-173, State versus Tony Byron Arnold for arraignment. Go ahead, Mr. Schmidt.
Judge, we have a copy of the indictment's name is spelled correctly. We'll wait for a reading of that document. Enter a plea of not guilty. Ask that the matter be set for a pretrial on January 16th.
All right, the court finds that Mr. Arnold has waived arraignment. The court will enter his plea of guilty into the record. I'm sorry, plea of not guilty into the record. The court will set this matter for pretrial hearing on January 16th at 1:30. Who's next?
Christian Grandel.
This is CR 19-177, State versus Christian Cole Rendell, motion to revoke. Go ahead, Mr. Schmidt.
Judge, we're not prepared to proceed today. We're negotiating with state, hopefully get a resolution that all parties involved can accept. At this point, we'd ask to be reset for that contested docket in January.
All right, court will set Mr. Grindell for contested docket on January 30th. Should a resolution be reached prior to that, the court does have some dockets in the middle of December. You'll just notify the court if you need it earlier.
Yes, sir.
Who's next?
James Weatherford.
CR 23-194, State versus James Carroll Weatherford for arraignment. Go ahead, Mr. Schmidt.
Judge, we've received a copy of his indictment. We understand what is charged. We'll get this name spelled correctly. We'll wait for the reading and plea not guilty. Ask for a pretrial setting on January 16th.
All All right, court finds that Mr. Weatherford has waived arraignment. Court enters his plea of not guilty into the record, sets this matter for pretrial hearing on January 16th at 1:30, 9 a.m. if Mr. Weatherford makes bail on this case.
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir. Ryan Augustine.
This is cause number CR 21-276, CR 23-43, State versus Ryan Adam Augustine. For docket call, go ahead, Mr. Schmidt.
Judge, I think that we've reached a preliminary agreement with the state for Mr. Augustine to resolve all his cases in Van Zandt County. That's to set the matter for a plea for January 16th. And there's a couple of things we need to work out between now and then, but I think we have it resolved.
Okay. Any objections from the state?
No objection, Your Honor. That's my understanding as well.
All right, court sets Mr. Augustine for plea on January 16th at 1:30. Who's next?
Gerald Powell.
Gerald Wayne Powell, CR 21-235 for status. Go ahead.
That's correct, Judge. As a state, just to refresh your memory, the state's expert has submitted an opinion on sanity for Mr. Powell. Our expert's been in the process of doing his assessments. Had contact with Dr. Ingram about a week and a half ago, in which he informed me that he had done the evaluations. There were a couple of pieces of evidence that he wanted to review prior to issuing his report. Met with the state. We had some discrepancies in some of the discovery. The state produced all of the discovery they had on hand again. It's 24 CDs or discs that I have in my possession again, that I have to go through to give Dr. Ingram those limited videos that he's looking for. I expect to get that done this week and submitted to him for his review. And then ultimately, I would expect that he would produce his report probably within the next 30 days or less. And then we'll be ready to move on from the kind of the stalemate we've had on this issue.
All right, you want to move him to January 16th as well?
Yes, sir.
All right, court will set an additional status hearing on defendants expert report, January 16th, 1:30. Who's next? You say Hamilton?
That's correct.
All right, Johnny Dale Hamilton, CR 22-103. For arraignment. Go ahead, Mr.
That's correct, Judge. I have reviewed a copy of Mr. Hamilton's indictment with him. He understands what he's charged with. His name is correct. I know that we've had some issues with mental health. It's my understanding that he is currently medicated. We were able to communicate about what we have right now, so I feel confident going forward. Waiving the formal reading of the indictment, entering a plea of not guilty, and ask that the matter be set for pretrial on January 16th.
All right, court will find that Mr. Hamilton has waived arraignment. Court will enter his plea of not guilty into the record, sets this matter for pretrial hearing on January 16th, 1:30.
Thank you.
I'm not done. Not missing anything. Okay, finish. Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, on Carl Caver, I have called Mr. Mulder's office. I'm told by his office staff that he was not aware he had court today, and he is in the hearing in Kaufman County. So do you want to reset to Thursday?
Was it a mix up on our end or?
No, sir, I sent out dockets, last week to everyone.
Does Mr. Mulder, does he want us to wait and then come over from Kaufman County, or are they asking us to move it? Do you know?
No. Deputy Martinez called a while ago, and then I talked to the lady and she just told me that he was in a hearing in Kaufman County, but was not aware he had court here. So we can call him back.
No, let's just move him to December 12th. Thursday's looking kind of full, and that's an evidentiary docket.
Right.
We already have 34 on that day, which is probably too many, but so we'll just have to reschedule Mr. Caver. Is he in the courtroom there?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Caver, we're gonna reset your case to December 12th. And we'll notify your attorney again.
Okay, and then our last one, this afternoon is Mr. Rath. He has informed me that he's not been able to retain an attorney.
Yes, did you see the message I sent you?
Yes, sir. So, I was going to appoint, Mr. Smith.
Very well.
So do y'all want to, it's an MTR, so do you want to reset or? Okay. So can we reset Mr. Rath?
Yes. We're gonna let's set Mr. Rye for the. Ask Mr. Schmidt if we can set him on December 12th. That's a Tuesday. Are you out that week?
I don't think so. Let me double check.
And Ms. Taperham, based on Mr. Wright having some assets, will do an appointment of counsel with reimbursement. The court has reviewed his assets, finds that he does have some assets, and he's capable of reimbursing for his attorney fees.
CR 21. Motion to revoke. Yes. Yes. Robert Glass. Robert Glass.
And Ms. Taperham, I saw your note that Mr. Glass was transferred to TDC. Was he transferred to TDC out of our custody before this new case came down, or?
No, we were gonna bid toward him from Anderson County, and when Deputy Heiser called yesterday to make arrangements to go and pick him up, he left yesterday morning for TDC from Anderson County on their charge.
Do we have any information on what his sentence was in TDC from Anderson?
When I looked it up, it looked like he had 10 years.
On, do you know what type of charge?
I don't recall.
Mr. Hartwell, do you have any information on that? And say to bench warrant Mr. Glass back, or do you want me to reset it to search it?
Your Honor, I didn't know about that until today. If I could have a little bit of time to research it, to see if that's something that we're willing to let go, or if we do want to bench warrant.
All right, I'm gonna reset it for arraignment on 12/12. We won't bench warrant. I'll just set it for status on prosecution, and then you can kind of look it up, and then you can let us know. And if you determine between now and then that you do want to bench warrant, then just notify Ms. Abraham. We can try to get that done.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the only other one on our docket is Joshua Davis. There was a question about federal custody, and his attorney, I have not heard from. And that's Mr. Lambert.
He usually zooms in. Did he make comment about zooming in? Do we have any update from the state on Mr. Davis and his federal custody?
I don't, Your Honor, but I can look into that right now.
Okay, go ahead and do that, and I'll stand in recess for a little bit. And is that the only other one we had? You said, Mr. Abraham?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, then I'll just stand in recess. Let's look that up a little bit and then find out why Mr. Lambert hasn't.
I guess, if I'm good to go, you're good to go. Appreciate it.
Right. This is cause number CR 22-372, State versus Joshua Lee Davis. Status of federal custody. Mr. Lambert, do you have any updates for the court on your client's status?
I don't think there's any change in status that I'm aware of.
Okay. Are you representing him on the federal case as well?
No, I'm not.
Okay. And do you know which attorney, or do you know if he has an attorney?
I don't believe he does. I believe he has an appointed attorney.
Yes. Well, appointed or retained makes no difference to me, just whether he has an attorney. Do you know the name of the attorney so we can make contact with him?
I don't know who's representing him off. I do not know.
So you're not coordinating aid in a federal defense with the federal defense attorney?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay. So you don't have any update for the court whatsoever on where your client is, whether he's been indicted, who represents him, nothing. You don't know anything other than he's in federal.
Well, I haven't understood based on what the state had said the last time that he's still being detained, and that's all I really know.
So all your information is coming from the state.
Yeah.
So you're not in contact with your client at all?
I haven't talked to him in 3 months.
Okay. Mr. Hartwell, any update for the court?
Your Honor, I know as of the last hearing on September 19th, he was indicted, but had not yet reached any sort of resolution, whether it be plea or trial date. So at this point in time, all I know is that he had been indicted and was pending a further hearings on the case.
Okay. And you also don't know who's representing him in the federal case?
I'm afraid I don't, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you know what district he's been indicted out of?
I don't offhand, but I can try and do a little bit of research and find that out, Your Honor.
Okay. I think it'd be good for one of you to have contact with the defense attorney there to find out when the next scheduled hearing is, whether he's intending to trial or plea, so that we can make a decision here on the state case. I mean, this was filed a year ago, and I don't know that I've ever seen this guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset it one last time. I'm going to set it for February 13th. And this will be the final status on custody. And if he's still in custody on that date, then I'm going to ask the state to make a decision on whether it's going to proceed with its state prosecution or not.
Yes, Your Honor.
February 13th at 1:30. So, Mr. Lambert, I'm going to need you to either be here in person or at least zoom in on that day so that we can have a conversation about Mr. Davis. Okay.
And it said what time on what date?
It'll be February 13th at 1:30. Same Zoom link.
Very well. The same Zoom number.
Same Zoom number. Yeah, that never changes. February 13th, 2024 at 1:30.
Very well.
All right, thanks, sir. All right, I think, Mr. Hartwell, that concludes our afternoon docket. So, court is adjourned.